Yeah, we're not talking about Game of Thrones at all. I don't know why. Nick just started doing it, and I was like, well, I might as well go on with this. Anyways, you were listening to the Bloody Screen Podcast. Guess what, Nick?
What?
It's been an official year. 52 episodes. We're officially been doing this for an official year.
There have been a few weeks that were, hiatus.
Well, there's been, especially lately, we've been doing bi-weekly shows of the Bloody Screen Podcast, so.
School.
Yeah.
People okay, we do have lives outside of you.
Yeah, well, we've been doing the Movie Thing podcast in between.
I don't know what this we business is.
I say we as in the entire crew, not just you. The whole show doesn't revolve around Nick here.
Today half of it does.
Yes, but anyways, I am Brendan. I just mentioned Nick.
Hi, I'm back.
The goat fucking Dustin, he's not here. Scotty Too Hottie, he's doing his movie thing. And Nicky G, he's getting cyborg emplacements in right now. So,
Emplacements.
What?
Emplacements.
Emplacements. It's emplacing in him.
Emplacement is not a word, but okay.
It is. It's emplacements, not em. EM. Whatever. Enhancements. Is that better for you?
Yes.
Cyborg enhancements?
Yes.
There we go. Yes, he's getting enhanced and he's going to come back as a podcasting machine once he's done with his surgery. And apparently on Facebook fighting homeless people. But that's beside the point. Yes, I'm going to spread that rumor now. He fights people for fun. That's where he's been. He's been doing Homeless Fight Club. He's like, I got one rule. I get the turkey sandwich. Unless you can kick my ass. You should see him some days. He looks like battered up shit. You know, literally, because some of them have shit all over their hands and they're punching him. So, homeless people problems. As for all our homeless listeners listening to a library, I apologize. But anyways, what have you been up to, Nick, this week?
Video games.
Video games? Video games? You've been playing in video games?
Yes.
God damn it, Bud, I haven't told you to put down those goddamn video games.
That, and I finally saw a movie people always talk about.
What?
A Scanner Darkly.
I never heard of it, so apparently no one talks about it.
It's a weird fucking movie.
A Scanner Darkly.
Yeah.
Is that even English? Is that in English?
And it's about drugs, and it's got Robert Downey Jr. and Woody Harrelson in it.
Is it like this year, is this decades, Requiem for a Dream, or
it's
no?
Like 7 years ago, but...
It's still, well, no, it's not this decade.
It's I got an undercover cop is trying to bust his friends, but he's tasked with spying on himself. Because he wears a weird suit that makes him constantly change parts of his body, so no one actually knows what he looks like.
Okay.
It's like motion capture, animation, cell shading kind of thing.
Is it futuristic? Is this like this in the future?
Or,
or he has magic suits that just can do this.
Yeah, like that's really the only future. Like it says 7 years from now. Whenever you watch it.
Yeah, unless it's actually we're past that point in technology, and then it's like 7 years from now.
Literally, at one point, some guy picks up his phone. It's like an old school Nokia.
He's like using his BlackBerry and shit,
They didn't even have a fucking BlackBerry.
Was that a flip phone? Yes.
Like this wasn't even flip phone era. This was like old school play Snake on your Nokia 2000.
Okay, all right. Okay, that sounds weird, dude. And yeah, I don't know.
It's hard to explain. Probably doesn't help I was drunk when we were watching it, but...
You were probably tipsy, sir.
No.
Because I don't think if you were blackout drunk, you wouldn't remember a lot of it.
Well, I wasn't blackout drunk at that point, but, as the movie went on, I got drunker and drunker.
Drunker. More drunk, sir. Come on.
I might still be a little drunk.
You shut up, man. It's a good thing you drove here.
It's okay, I drove last night, too.
That's even better. Yeah, I've experienced old man syndrome where my back started going out on me somehow. It makes me sad inside. Blame my old shitty mattress I've had since, I was 12. And yeah, that's basic. And applying for jobs. Hey kids out there applying for jobs. As in kids, I mean, people have to be 18 years or older to even apply at this job. Don't apply at Dish. Just don't do it. Because that's just like your whole afternoon right there. That's fucking a 3-hour application, and after I'm done doing it, I don't even fucking want to work there anymore. I was like, you know what? Oh, I don't even want to, I hope you don't call me back. Because if that was your application, I couldn't even imagine what tedious little bullshit you're gonna have me do. Like, that's not even kidding about that. Oh, God.
And not good job security there.
Yeah, no. And then the more I was doing the app, the more I was like, I really kind of don't want to work here. Because it was just like, you're based off your sales numbers. I'm like, whoa. Is this commission bullshit? I know. Do you have the ability to kiss some customer's ass? No, I don't. I don't have the ability to kiss anybody's ass. Especially mine. Because I just don't have that ability, Nick.
It's okay. I'd be freaked out if you did.
That would be a little crazy. I would probably be going to fucking Vegas so I could do that, dude. But like, watch this man kiss his own ass. Watch. The most flexible person in the world. Yes.
He could suck his own dick, but he chooses not to.
Chooses not to, because that's gay.
But you never go ass to mouth. Not even with yourself.
God. That's nasty. What have you been playing this week there, Nick?
I played some Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yes.
You have to be...
Yeah, it's amazing Spider-Man 2.
Well, you don't want to be just Spider-Man 2 because everyone's like, oh yeah, I love that game. You have the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Oh, I didn't play that one. Because everyone, as we're starting to see, there's a large group of people who don't really care for the Amazing Universe.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't care for Tobey Maguire as much as I do for...
high-spirited...
Andrew Garfield, yeah. So you've been playing Spider-Man, digging it so far?
I am. I started...
Getting your Spidey,
Yeah.
I don't know why I was doing that. Your Spidey just going.
Such a minor detail in the game, but it's one of my favorite things is when you have to do bomb missions in that where you just grab a bomb, take it to the bay, and throw it out, and it explodes in midair. And every time Spider-Man just gets like the little fist bump, just like yes.
Really? That's what. See, my little minor thing with that game was just being able to actually make you stick the buildings for the most part. Because if you're not near a building, you're pressing like the left hand to do a Spider-Man thing. He's just sitting there like, yeah, it's not happening. He'll actually say, I don't know what I'm trying to do here. And I'm like, oh, thank you for breaking the fourth wall, Spider-Man.
Spoiler alert, webs need something to stick to.
I know. And he does that a lot, and sometimes it gets annoying when I'm just like, yes, I know, but I'm falling right now, and I'm trying to keep up with, Green Goblin or whatnot. So, I dug that game too. We'll do a review sometime when you finish. Anything else you've been playing, or just kind of...
I started Injustice last night. Did not get very far in that.
It's only like a 4-hour game, if that.
I know that, but I got distracted.
Distracted. Oh, yes. I know what you mean. Distracted. Porno. Anyways. Anyways.
Well, I was making one.
Yeah, doubt it. Anyways. I played this week I played some Bound by Flame, a game what the fuck is this thing? It's pretty fun. I kinda dig it. it actually starts out at $50, so I say that's kinda cool. It's not a full $60 retail game, so they knocked off $10 because no one knows what the fuck it is. It's gonna be one of those things where it's just gonna go unseen, honestly.
And become a cult classic. An underground.
Maybe. I think it's gonna have just a few fans, and if it's lucky, it might get a sequel. I have to finish it because, it's an RPG, so it's not the shortest thing in the world. I played and finished Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Damn, that is fun. But then again, I noticed one thing that actually gets me about Metal Gear games is when you finish them, you still got about another hour cutscene. So I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, I beat the boss, I'm ready to finish Metal Gear Solid 3. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this long ass cutscene, and it kept going, and going, and going, and then they're like, oh yes, we have to explain everything to you again. I'm like, I didn't watch the cutscene, I should watch it, it's kind of my little, movie after the movie. And they explain a lot. But yeah, it's always kind of been one of my pet peeves, because that shit, even to this day, it still annoys me. Like with Metal Gear Solid 4, the first time I beat that, I was just sitting there just like, oh my god, you guys are still talking. I thought I beat the game. I killed, Liquid Snake a long time ago by now. Holy crap.
Was late at night just trying to beat the game before bed.
It really was one of those things. It was late at night, I beat it, I was just like, God, I'm tired. And I kept going and going. I was like, alright, I guess I'm gonna go make myself a sandwich, I can have time to toast the bread and everything, come back with my sandwich. Oh, it's still going. They're still talking to each other. They haven't even moved yet. Oh, I might as well go get myself something to drink. Oh, hey, he moved slightly to the right now. Still explaining the entire story. That is one thing I think sometimes I kind of dislike about the Metal Gear games is it's like like when they get to the end they're like, oh shit, we forgot to mention all this crap. Alright, come on, throw it all out there, throw it out, just one scene, we'll just explain everything in one scene.
Just one of those like, oh fuck, how do we end this game? How do we end this game?
No, it's like they do what they were doing all the way up to the end, but then they're like, oh shit, we left a lot of plot holes. Let's explain everything in the scene. Just explain everything. And I'm just like, oh my god, wow, you guys could have had maybe an entire game to explain all this, instead of an hour-long cutscene. And I give it shit, but I still love the games. So.
Never played any but 5 and Vengeance.
Vengeance, or Revengeance, hardly
Whatever.
counts. Alright, let's move on to the thing I forgot to actually put up there, Nick. And that's the top 10. Ooh. Thank God for Google Chrome, where it's just a Google search bar up top.
Yep, that's why I love it.
It's the main when I used to use Internet Explorer and Firefox, I dabbed in, I was just like, you know what, it's just nicer just being able to just type in, just don't even have to put the .com or anything, just type in sort of what I want. Alright.
Oh, you must have met this website.
Alright, these are numbers from May 10th. So, actually this week, I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, number 10, Nick, is, of course, a game that does not want to die, and that is Grand Theft Auto 5.
I mean, they're still releasing all those DLCs, which I love the fact that all their DLCs are free.
What are the DLCs? Are they just...
new cars, new houses, new suits.
Oh, yeah. Meh.
The
it's free, so you can't really complain about it.
They did one I thought was kind of cool where, it was like 1940s gangster status where you could like hang off the side of the car with a Tommy gun.
That's fucking cool, dude. See, I would want to do that one, just do 1940s gangster and just like find like a rival person, just like, let's take him out, see?
You can even have like the old school Rolls Royces and stuff.
Oh, dude, that's so awesome. Dude, I kind of wish we still dressed up like that in today's day and age. Still had like, the nice suits with the fedoras that actually makes sense because, when you see the asshole wearing his leather jacket and all that with a fedora, I'm just like...
And, even worse than fedoras is people who wear fedoras backwards.
I have never seen that.
I've seen that a few times. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, I'm cool with a guy that wears a fedora every day. And he, I'm cool with him. But the entire time I'm starting to think, like, dude, you could choose a different hat, there's plenty. There's like hundreds. I still like fedoras more than cowboy hats. I fucking hate cowboy hats.
And everything cowboy related.
I'm kind of a redneckist, where I just hate rednecks. I'm just like, you guys are so annoying because you're so fucking stupid. Anyways, number 9 is a game you own and play, and you probably completed like 4 times. Pokemon!
Actually, I'm working on my second run.
Oh, well, that's fun. How was that game? It's fun? Hard? Challenging? Like the old ones?
Well, I mean, it's a little challenging, I guess. Just because there's so many different matchups now.
Well, there's 18 different, 1,800 different Pokemon by now.
There's 748.
Only 748, Nick?
Yeah.
Are you going to try to catch them all?
Yes.
Are you going to try to get herpes, catch it all? Herpes, crabs, gonorrhea.
In the game, you can't actually catch them all.
Well, not without owning 2.
Well, even then, you still can't catch them all.
I thought you had to own X and Y and then try to trade back. The
legendaries you can't. There's a lot of legendaries you can't get in the game.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a bunch of bullshit.
But,
Fuck them. Fuck you with Pokemon X and Y. You get a 1 star now. Don't you type this whole shit of catch 'em all. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, that's what, they introduced the Wonder Trade and Global Trade, where you just trade with people around the world.
That's cool, though. Number 8 is a game we've actually talked about, for the PS4, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Is there another Amazing Spider-Man 2, Nick? That the fact they had to put the 2014? Because there's Spider-Man 2, but not The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because, there's a dick ton of fucking Spider-Man games.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't even count them all. There's more Spider-Man games than any other superhero, and just, period. Like, it's Spider-Man, then Batman. Like, those are the 2 big ones that get a lot of games. Because Batman had a lot of games previous to the Xbox 360.
Yeah, he had a lot of, N60, NES games.
Oh, yeah, he had a ton.
But they were all, platformers and hard as shit.
Well, yeah, even the early Spider-Man games are the same thing. I have the Sega Genesis Spider-Man, which I love. And that's a platforming and hard as shit. Like, I got to Green Goblin and he kicked my ass every time because he can fly, unlike all the other villains where you could just do the jump kick. Basically, that's all you had to do. And that one is, he's flying around throwing bombs. But yes, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Well, I don't even want to talk about it because we have a review with it. We'll have a review for it. Number 7, kind of sad. But just shows how Call of Duty is never going to fucking die, Nick. No matter what they do. I even came out and said, yeah, the new Call of Duty looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. As a guy, you know, what I can appreciate what Sledgehammer Games looks like they're doing right now is making an actual story again. Because Ghost, that was a shoehorn fucking story if I ever saw one.
Which is sad, because that, 15 minutes I saw looked pretty cool.
Well, no, that was Sledgehammer's one, though. Or are you just saying that's sad that Ghost was so bad and the 15 seconds that you saw the other one was...
No, I'm just Ghost, that beginning scene, I thought was that's pretty cool.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
interesting, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Shit's exploding, there's
Did you not play that one?
No.
Oh, wow, I thought you actually played the story of that one.
Nope.
You're not missing much. And that's what... Yeah, I think Scott never played it either, and he's just like, everyone tells me...
You sent it back.
No, I thought one of us... I forget. There was someone else on that goddamn review with me, and I forget who it was. But anyways... I don't remember our own reviews, because that seems like a lifetime ago for some reason. I'm like, I couldn't even tell you the plot of fucking Ghost anymore, Nick. Just like, yeah, your dad dies by some dude. I don't remember anyone's name.
Did it have something to do with a haunting?
No, not even close.
Damn.
It's the reason why they were called Ghosts is because, you know that character from Ghosts, or from Modern Warfare 2 with the mask?
Yeah.
They all look like him. And his name was Ghost, to my knowledge. That's about the only thing I can really draw from that, is they all look like him, and they're like, that character was rather popular that we killed off in the second one. So let's make a whole game about these kind of guys. And then they're like, wow, that was really shitty.
Yeah, so it's always the guys with the skulls on their faces that are pop. I mean, look at fucking Halo Reach.
Oh, I know. That guy everyone loves, and they drag his ass throughout the whole thing. I know, this kind of is very spoiler heavy for older games. For those, that one guy was like listening right now, just like, oh man, I can't wait to play Halo. Fuck you!
Okay, that game came out
2010.
Close enough. That's 4
4
years ago.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of want to give a certain amount of time. Like, I wouldn't spoil anything that came out this year. Now, that'd be a dick move, because,
Plus,
it's
not
Halo.
really, it's not really a spoiler alert when you know right off the bat everyone fucking dies.
Very true, very true. Yeah, especially, right, the first scene they show. Number 5 and number 6, same game. Xbox One is higher, but it is Titanfall, the game that Nick, you didn't really care for, neither did Scott too much. I need to get Scott for the review.
Playing it at a friend's house, I had fun.
Did it have the split screen or no?
Xbox One didn't let you do split screen.
Doesn't?
Nope.
Huh, that's weird.
So we just, took turns.
turns.
I was actually pretty decent at that game.
Did you have, would it be enough, say if you got the 360 version or something, would you ever, would you buy it if it was $10?
$10, yeah.
$10, 20.
Pushing it.
Alright, so that's a little Nick, because I'm not actually going to have you on the review, I'm just going to have Scott, because he played all the way through their campaign.
Yeah, like me, if you, I don't like multiplayer games really, unless I'm playing with other people.
Yeah.
So the fact I can go over to someone's house and play it any fucking time I want.
Well, not any time. It's not like you just knock on his door and just like, hey, yeah, I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but I kind of want to play Titanfall right now.
I wouldn't knock on his door, I'd just walk in.
Say, hey, just, shh. Anyways, number 4 is Kirby Triple Deluxe. I think this is actually a pretty new game that came out for the 3DS. Yeah. Are you a Kirby fan?
A little bit. There have been some Kirby 64 was awesome.
I've never played a single Kirby game my entire life. The only time I've ever played Kirby was in Smash Brothers. And my entire understanding of Kirby is from Smash Brothers.
Basically, he's a pink puffball sociopath who kills innocent people.
Yeah, I've heard many people say, if that game was just slightly more realistic, it would be one of the most violent games out there, because he's actually just eating everything.
Yeah, and it's all the enemies in his games are just just little puffball people just walking down the street and Kirby's,
I need your soul. It kind of, it just kind of reminds me of that Simpsons episode where, Homer? It's the Halloween special where Homer becomes the big old blob and just starts eating everything. That's kind of what Kirby reminds me of, where he just eats everything. I like to think that
he has an eating disorder, okay?
I need to see the AA meeting with, or not AA, but Addicts Anonymous, not really alcohol, but that kind of meeting with, Kirby, Pac-Man.
Kirby, I have an eating disorder.
I know, you got Kirby, Pac-Man, a few other people I can't think of at the time. All just sitting there, all game characters, they're all big and fat. Hey, my name's Pac-Man, and I love to eat those little pellets. And
I'm addicted to pills.
I'm addicted to pills, and I can't stop eating them, man. And my wife, she's in the same boat, and same with my goddamn kids. We're all addicted to the same thing. I think, also, my name's Pac-Man, and I have shitty 3D games.
And I like to pretend I'm Indiana Jones.
I know, God. Number 3 is one of the saddest things I can see, is people are still buying goddamn Minecraft. I don't know who.
Not even, like,
they're buying the
version.
Yeah, they're buying the 360 Minecraft, which I actually have seen this, like, Minecraft subculture where I've talked to this guy from work, and he loves Minecraft. I walked in the break room, he's playing on his laptop and all that.
Seen that?
Yeah. And I talked to him, I was just like, oh yeah, you see, and he starts mentioning how much shitty the console versions are. He fucking hates them. He's like, oh, the PC versions, you can do all this crap and all that. I'm just like...
I love how you're typing out, too.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I do a lot of hand motions when I'm doing it, even though this is a radio thing where no one can see me. But yeah, he's like, it's that PC superiority thing. Even with fucking Minecraft, the PC people are like, oh, fuck the console people. This one I can build this stuff. So, let me ask you something. What can you do in the PC one? I can build and craft stuff. What can you do in the console one? Build and craft stuff. Sound like the same game to me.
And then, and then there's people like you and me who just dig tunnels.
That was we did that for quite some time. Me and Nick do not play Minecraft the way we're supposed to, probably.
We're ants.
Yes, we're just worker ants. We're like, we must create hive. We must do this. And we also had a friend that was trying to fuck us over the entire time too. It's just like, oh, what if I start putting blocks here? What if I, take away all your light and see how long you last there, buddy?
What if I drop this little drop of lava here and it spreads everywhere?
What if I box you guys in here and take away your steps that you had? Oh, that must be a pain in the ass. Yes, we actually did reach the point in Minecraft though where we dug too deep, Nick. Cause we just reached to the liquid hot magma. Yes. Minecraft, honestly, we talk about it, we have like kind of a smile, like, yeah, that was fun. I would never purchase this.
No.
It would be like, it would have to be a free-to-play thing for me. And then,
free to play with other people.
Yeah, with other people. I tried to play it by myself, because I actually rented the 360 version, like, alright, time to see what the fuck this is about. Oh my lord, no, never again. I was just like, I was just sitting there in an open world, just, what the fuck do I do? And I start breaking shit, and they're like, well, you have to use a crafting table, and I was like, this does not sound fun. Alright, I had it for an hour. Anyways, number 2 is for the PlayStation Vita. Our own friends have got this pretty well there, Nick. Borderlands 2. The only reason I've seen to really get a Vita is because you got one of the longest games known to man, and if you have a Vita and you're really big in the handhelds, that'll keep you busy for quite some time. I say one of the longest games, not that long, but still.
If you do everything, it's pretty fucking long.
Oh no, it's pretty fucking long. I mean, it's probably, probably a 50-hour game if you do everything.
We put like 14 hours into our game and we barely scratched the surface.
I thought we were over halfway done.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I must have, Alright, yeah, it's a fun thing. It's really fun with people. By yourself, honestly, I don't really have any fun really by myself. I tried to play it by myself when I first got it. And it was just kind of like this thing where, it's really challenging by yourself because it's like, it's made to have people.
Yeah. It's better than the first one by yourself.
Oh, the first one by yourself is just horrid.
But with people, it's so much better.
It's so much better, so much more fun, and honestly, you just kind of start creating your own shit going on with it. I could say with our second playthrough, we don't even pay attention to the goddamn story. I know the basics of it, but I couldn't quote anything of it. I'm just like, yeah, they got Handsome Jack being a dick. I mean, that's what you got.
I'm still excited for the pre-sequel, though.
I'm curious about it. I'm not too excited about Claptrap being a thing. I don't like Claptrap, like, at all.
Not even the Intergalactic Spaces Ninja assassin?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
What about Wilhelm?
Wilhelm, that's fine. Anyways, number 1 is the biggest surprise to me. It did come out that week. But I'm amazed on how much it's sold. I think it's because it's the only baseball property. Anyone who really gives a shit about baseball probably got this. But MLB 14, the show for the PS4.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen, like the trailers for that game. I will say, it looks pretty damn fucking good.
Oh no, I played a baseball game once over a friend's house a long time ago. And I had fun with it. Like, baseball is...
Not the good I was talking about.
What do you mean?
Like, the character models look beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's on the PS4.
Well, I'm just like, it's like, it's super realistic looking is what I'm getting at.
Well, I don't know if that was pre-rendered cutscene or in-game play. I don't know. We were gonna check it out, Nick, but, we had other more important stuff to come out that I'd rather play.
It's a baseball game.
Like Spider-Man. I'd rather have played Spider-Man over MLB.
Again, it's a baseball game. You know how to play baseball? Yeah. There you go.
Basically, our entire review of this would be, do you like baseball games? Yes? Okay, you should get this. Do you not like baseball games? No? Then you probably shouldn't get this. I mean, I don't even have to play it, and that's all I need to tell you people. That is our top 10. With, PlayStation doing far well in the sales right now. Alright, let's move on let's leave the big news for last. But let's move on to Far Cry 4 with our news. Far Cry 4 has been confirmed, and it's coming out November 18th, Nick. Woo! I kind of dig what they're doing now lately with, how game companies kind of sometimes will just shoot out, just like, oh, by the way, this game's coming out this date. It's like this year. It's not, I get really kind of annoyed sometimes when you're at E3 and they're like showing you this game like, oh, that looks so cool. It's not going to come out until like 2 years from now.
Battlefront.
Yeah, like Battlefront where all just says it's Battlefront. I'm like, well, what kind of announcement is that? Show me some gameplay.
I remember fucking Arkham City. I remember seeing the trailer for that freshman year of high school.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Or are you saying Arkham Asylum?
No, I'm saying Arkham City.
Really?
Because it showed, like, the Joker all sick from the Venom intoxication.
Really? Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum didn't come out until about 2009. That would be like sophomore year.
Maybe it was, no, because it had to have been freshman. Because it was the VGA Awards.
It might be. I don't know. You might be thinking of Arkham Asylum, though, because they wouldn't have even announced City until they did Asylum. And Asylum didn't come out until 2009.
Either way, I saw one for City pretty fucking early.
And yeah.
Listen, the worst for me was fucking, The Force Unleashed.
Really?
That one was like, I got a GameFly, or not a GameFly, Game Informer. 2 years before that game came
I got
out.
that same Game Informer, sir, because I remember it was like, oh shit, and they were dick teasing that game for so long, like that Soul Calibur 4 had fucking Starkiller in it, and you gotta play as him. I was like, would you guys just give me the goddamn game? And they were showing
like 2 years to come out with it.
Oh god! And then when it finally came out, I still like it. It may have that one horrible thing of pulling a Star Destroyer out of the sky.
Yeah, I like that.
Pain in the fucking ass.
No, it's not. It's awesome.
God damn, I was so pissed off, dude. You should have seen me that day. I was like livid. My face was red. I was like, I hate this.
See, I really like, that's one of the parts of the game I really like. Just, how much more badass can you be than to pull a fucking Star Destroyer out of the
It kind of breaks the game, though, if you think about it. Like, oh, he could pull a Star Destroyer out of the sky. Why doesn't he just do that for everything, then? Like, let's say with the stormtroopers, why doesn't he just look at them and their head just start crushing or something, What
control.
You can pull down a Star Destroyer. They should have, even 10,000 stormtroopers can do shit to you. You just go, boom! They're all flying. So, like I said, it kind of breaks the game a little bit. I understand they were trying to do a power fantasy with it, but honestly, Nick, I'm gonna be this guy with my Jedi. I like my Jedi a little bit more grounded. I kind of like my Jedi more like, KOTOR style, where they're badasses, but they're not fucking gods. Okay? They're just wizards. They can use their force magic, they can shoot lightning from their fingers, but they're not pulling down entire starships going like, oh, fuck you, motherfucker.
See, I think, he did that because he tapped into his anger.
Yeah, no.
And,
because
the dark side, anger gives you strength.
Not that much strength.
If you're that fucking angry.
The dark side gives you lightning from fingers, Nick. That's what dark side gives you. As we've learned, that's basically all the dark side gives you from Star Wars.
And choking.
The Jedi just kind of don't do it.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
God damn. See Vader just, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh!
Well, I doubt he would, cause I don't
know if his junk is still even existing anymore. That's very true. Yes.
I got burned off on account of,
That's why I was so pissed off with when he kills Padme in episode 3, because it's just like, no, we do it all the time! This doesn't make any sense! God damn it. I don't know how the hell we got to that from Far Cry 4, but... Anyways, the new villain from Far Cry 4, he looks fabulous! They went from badass Voss to this fabulous pink suit wearing motherfucker.
They went from literally insane to probably kind of still insane, but more in control.
You know what it's going to be? Our villain, Nick, is going to be or not the German dude, but the Australian gay dude from Far Cry 3. That's basically our villain now, you know. He's going to try to probably rape our main character. I don't know. I just say a pink suit's pretty gay, and his hairstyle is kind of really emo-ish.
He's got like that slick down to the side.
Yeah. I do kind of like his, like, you know, his third world country Game of Thrones throne going on there with, like, RPGs.
He's sitting on a, like, statue of Buddha.
Is he? Oh, yeah, it is. Like a destroyed statue of Buddha. That's cool.
Or some other Indian god or something.
But, yeah, they don't really have any thing on it. They're just kind of saying, yeah, it's announced, and you can pre-order it. And you'll get, apparently from what they say, pre-order, you'll get a harpoon gun called the Impaler, which sounds fucking awesome, dude. I can't tell you. I want to shoot in a video game, of course. Not in real life or at Denny's or anything. But I want to shoot somebody with a harpoon gun. Just see if they'll just go, ah, you know.
Kind of like the, needle gun from the Dead Space games?
Kind of, yeah, like that. Well, yeah.
They stick them to the fucking wall.
Stick them to the wall. You know, if you have Dead Space, you have the drill gun from, like, Bulletstorm had the same thing, except for it drilled them, so they're like, ah!
Even the Fear games had one.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing new in video games, as, you know, me and Nick.
Those were, like, futuristic. This is just a straight up fucking harpoon
gun. Yeah, this is a harpoon gun, and I hope it has, like, a rope to it so I can, like, drag his ass back with me. So he just gets harpooned, like, and then pull him back. Oh no!
Then you gotta take your new pet for a walk.
Yes, exactly. I'm not gonna lie, Nick. When during like Red Dead Redemption, I would do that to people. Like to a villain, I'd like, I'd wrap him around, then I'd start riding my horse with him, dragging him behind me, like, and then he would be dead after a little while because, you dragged all the life out of him. And then
or just shoot their kneecaps out and watch them sit in the sun forever.
Oh yeah. Or even the train thing. I did do the train thing to a couple of villains where, there was one of those things where like you could kill him. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna tie his ass up. We're going to a train, buddy. And then, plop his ass on the train.
I don't know if you were ever there when I did it. I can't remember if it was online or single player. But actually, I hogtied an entire town, set all of them on the train tracks.
That is fucking awesome. No, I was not there.
And just...
I wish in the Red Dead multiplayer, Nick, though, that you could do that to people, like players, hog tie them. Because I would do that to so many people. I'd shoot him in like the kneecap, watch him fall, and then hog tie him real quick, and then just like, you're coming with me, buddy, you're my new best friend. No! Oh, it'd be so much fun. But yeah, Far Cry 4 confirmed. By the way, Nick, this week alone has been the Ubisoft,
yes,
galore, because their stock has been going up, with Watch Dogs 4, or Watch Dogs 4. That's like a few years from now, and that's when we'll have Watch Dogs 4. Watch Dogs and all that. Their stock's going up.
Assassin's Creed game announced.
Yes. Speaking of Watch Dogs, and sticking with Ubisoft, Watch Dogs, apparently they're saying it's gonna have one of the most, highest selling, original IPs to come out. And
we'll see.
Yeah, that's what they say all these pre-orders, but I have to emphasize this, people. Pre-orders. Just because someone pre-orders something doesn't mean they're going to buy it.
You're a prime example of that.
I am a very big prime example for that. I had, Nick, until 2013, I had money on Batman Arkham City. I had $10 just hanging out in GameStop's thing for 3 years or something. Yeah, it was about 3 years. And I was just like, holy shit. I had that for that long on Arkham City. And then the guy, it was the funniest thing because when I bought my PS3 and the guy was just like, oh, by the way, you got some money on this. Do you want to use it? I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't know I had $10 lying around. I still have $5 on Mad Max, which has no release date. The dude said it was coming out in May, and then I was like, alright, I'll throw money on Mad Max. I mean, coming out in May. Yeah. I don't know who the hell told the GameStop people, because they even showed me a sheet of paper. May, Mad Max. Guess what, folks? It's May. I don't see no Mad Max anywhere. I could watch the movies. Maybe I pre-ordered one of the movies. Yeah, but anyways, Watch Dogs, they're saying it has, they expect to sell around 6 million copies. That's, that's like $60 million, Nick. $60 million. $60 a copy and all that. So, that's doing fucking good, dude. I would kill to have just $1 million. Honestly, I'd kill to have 100,000, but
you'd kill for $10.
I might, depending if it was my $10. Actually, I don't know. I'm pretty lazy, dude. Even if I bought something for $10 and it was broken, I'd be like, I'll eat the money. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited for Watch Dogs. The best thing is, though, Nick, I don't even have to GameFly that game because I'm just going to buy it. Scott's already just going to buy it. You might just buy it. I'm not 100%.
I'm going to wait till I actually get a PS4.
You're going to wait till I get a PS4? Yeah, they're probably going to have a PS4 bundle with it. You know, the one they sold, and then they said, oh yeah, it got delayed. All those PS4 bundles, we'll give you some money back. But yeah, they might have a bundle with it. Or just re-release the old bundle they had when it was supposed to come out. So yeah, let's hope it's good, because you know what this is gonna do, Nick? If this game sucks dick.
That's gonna ruin Ubisoft.
Oh, it's gonna ruin a lot of more faith. You know, it was amazing when I found out how much faith that Aliens Colonial Marines destroyed in gamers. Like, there was a lot of people upset about how bad that game was.
Yeah, I was excited for that game.
I was actually excited for it. We had the physical proof of me saying, game's coming out, it's Aliens, I'm excited. It didn't destroy me though. I was just like, that kind of sucks. But there was people out there who were so distraught by that, they didn't trust anything after it.
But, I will, because of Colonial Marines, I'm a little nervous, but that new Aliens game coming out looks fucking amazing.
Oh, it shook in the Aliens franchise for me in general. Just like, not the movies, because the movies were fine.
Well, two of them are.
Two of them are, and I like Prometheus.
Okay, three of them are.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like Prometheus. I'm still in that camp of, I like it. I haven't seen it since it was released, but I like it.
Yeah, I like 1, 2, and Prometheus.
Yeah, I like 1 and 2.
3 and 4 don't exist.
I've never seen 3 or 4. I never had to. I think 4 is the one with the alien with googly eyes on it, and I'm just like, I don't need to see that. Cause it is weird. Anyways, Watch Dogs, let's hope this game is good, because honestly, oh god, it's gonna be shaking so many people.
Considering how long it's been pushed back.
Oh yeah, it got pushed back, and then people were excited the moment they saw the first trailer, and then that was like 2 years ago when we all saw the first trailer, speaking of, games that were hyped up for a long time.
This was supposed to come out in fucking November.
Oh yeah, no, it was supposed to come out in November, and it had, like I was saying, it had a PS4 pack with it. Like, you could buy the PS4 with Watch Dogs. And then when they delayed it, everyone's just like, well shit. I almost bought that pack, Nick. There was a part of me that I was on Walmart.com, and that was the only pack that was left, was the Watch Dog one. It's like some asshole knew beforehand, because, when all PS4s were selling out, that was the one that was left. It's like, what do you fuckers know something I don't know? Why is Watch Dogs still around? But, let's hope it's good. And I always love how these companies like to get a big old dick in their hand saying like, oh yeah, look how many pre-orders we got. And when it comes out, they're like, yeah, it wasn't as financially successful as it was supposed to be.
Or it could be highly successful, like, GTA 5.
Honestly, Nick, I really think we're gonna see this become a new big franchise. This is gonna be like what, I think we're on the cusp of seeing Assassin's Creed go gone, and Watch Dogs take over for Ubisoft years ago.
But see, because so far, I don't know that this will be a game that they can maybe put it in the same universe, but
no, it wouldn't be it won't be with Assassin's Creed. No, this is definitely
we'll have to see how the story turns, because it could just be its own standalone where they don't set up for a sequel.
Come on, Nick, this is the video game industry. It's like the movie industry.
It is Ubisoft.
It's Ubisoft, Nick. This isn't like, this is like Suda 51. This isn't, I'm trying to think, it wasn't, I can't even use BioWare as an example because they're just bad as that.
Ubisoft's they're the company you can rely on to come out with a game every fucking year.
Yes, they are. They'll come out with multiple games every year, as we are starting to see. I honestly think Far Cry 4 is going to be pushed back, personally. I think once November comes around, they're going to be like, yeah, it's not done yet. I'm like, yeah, because they're going to be, what's going to happen, Nick? And yeah, this is going to be more branded speculation. I hope someone points this out when November comes around, but I really think their money is going to be on Assassin's Creed 4 or 5, whatever the hell it's going to be called this year.
Unity,
yeah. They're going to be on the new Assassin's Creed, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, Far Cry 4, we're just going to push that back. Because, honestly, Assassin's Creed Unity I think is probably going to come out in October. And then they have November, Far Cry. That's the two of their properties kind of buttoned together. It's not like they have one coming out beginning of year, one at the end. You have two within like months apart.
Because imagine how much money they lost from Watch Dogs.
Oh yeah, no, their stock actually went down because they delayed Watch Dogs.
They get fined big time every time they push a game back.
Do they?
Yeah.
No shit. I like our collective knowledge we have here, Nick. Yes. But anyways, I'm amazed how much story we got out of this one thing saying, yeah, Watch Dogs has a lot of pre-orders. Alright, let's get away from this. And speaking of games being pushed back, Brandon says June's gonna suck now in video games because Elder Scrolls Online got pushed back till the end of 2014. Motherfucker, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, we don't get Dick during the summer. I'm gonna be so happy to get fucking Elder Scrolls. No, Brandon, we're not. That's not released.
It's okay. Now we can focus on important things like Borderlands 2.
No, Nick, now we gotta focus on important things like Watch Dogs and Sniper Elite V3 because that comes out in July. And I'm excited. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Basically, yeah, I got pushed back. I actually saw some gameplay of the, one on a PC, and it was having game crashing bugs. And, it's an MMO, and that's kind of known to happen with MMOs. So, often, like every MMO, you name one, it has some type of fucked up bug that happens. So I want them to delay it in some aspect. There's a part of me that wanted it now, kind of that part of me that's like, I want to play more Elder Scrolls. And then there's another, I know, I was banging on something, dog, and you think someone would be at the door. Anyways, and then there's the other part of me thinking more logically, saying, well, it gives them more time to refine and fix all the bugs. So that way when I have it in December or whatnot, I can be like, oh my god, this other dead time in video games, I have something amazing to play. So yes, it got pushed back. They had to fix a lot of bugs. Bethesda got a little big head on them. I'm not gonna lie, Nick. They thought they were gonna be able to fix it in like 2 months, all the bugs that they would have. But not yet.
Well, that's how Bethesda rolls.
Actually, Bethesda, every game they've released, to my knowledge, has always been kind of buggy. Like the ones they have actually developed and released, like, Fallout, the Elder Scrolls games, those 2 series that they actually released themselves. Though I don't know of anything. They're a big publisher, but they don't release, like, the development wise. They only have, like,
they don't need to.
Yeah.
Between Fallout and Elder Scrolls, they're set for life.
Oh god, yes. I mean, Fallout I'm okay with. Elder Scrolls, since Skyrim, I've become a huge fan of it. Because you could attest with Oblivion, you and me were both kind of like, meh. Both Skyrim, like, Skyrim. Makes me feel funny in my bathing suit area. Alright, yeah. So, let's get out of this drub news and let's get into some Rockstar. They announced that we're gonna have another game before March of 2015. They don't say what game, they're just saying we're gonna have another one. I like what this article talks about how, basically, Nick, what do you think it's gonna be though? Cause they bring up a couple ideas that I'm like, yeah, that'd be good. Like Manhunt 3. Bully 2, which Bully 2 is kind of my big one, thinking that they're going to do another Bully game, because, God, it's been over 6 years, been about 8 years since Bully came out.
I've never actually played Bully.
I've never played it either, but, they kind of like to keep their IPs going, to my knowledge. It might be Agent that that was announced when the PS3 was first released.
I hope it's another Red Dead game.
No, I don't. Nick, you know why? Because if I want a Red Dead game, I want it to be, like, 4 times the size. I don't want it just to be like, oh, it's like Red Dead, but slightly bigger. No, I want it to be like, oh, it's like fucking, it's like GTA 5 mixed with Red Dead, expansive wise. It's gonna be like a 60-hour story of you getting to play as blah, blah, blah. I don't know who you'd be. And it has to, yeah, they're definitely gonna do another Red Dead game, but I don't think they're gonna do it right away. It might also be what this one says is a standalone DLC for GTA 5 too.
Kind of like they've done with every other GTA game.
Yeah, every other GTA 4 Red Dead has another standalone DLC. Yeah, they do that with their properties. The only one I can think of that of recent memory that doesn't do that is LA Noire. They have DLC with it, but no one really gives shit.
Story.
Yeah, there's not a whole another 8-hour story though. It's like just a couple you get another desk or whatever, and it's like, oh well, okay.
You get a new lamp for your desk.
Oh no! When I say desk, is they have like another division that you have to go to of the FBI.
Oh, I was just thinking like, your desk is mahogany.
No, it's not. You got a new oak desk. No, it's another division that you go to. And, cause they cut out 2 whole divisions out of the original game. Just shows how fucking long that was.
Again, I only got through Murder.
You never even fucking beat the game.
Murder was the good story.
It was. Honestly, once you get into Arson, which is the last one, that one drags.
So did Vice.
Vice was still more interesting than Arson.
But I liked the Murder one because of the Black Dahlia murderer.
Well, yeah, that one was cool. and that one was hard because I completely fucked up the entire thing. I don't think I even caught the dude. I think I fucked up so bad they're just like, yeah, he got away. Yeah, and that was one of those games that was like, yeah, you can fuck up this entire game and still complete it. It was.
You just put innocent people behind bars and let the killers win.
I know, you could be the worst, you could be Clancy Chief Wiggum from fucking Simpsons. And they're like, yeah, it's okay. Cause you could just.
Ah, well.
I know, you just sit there just like, yeah, I kinda arrested this guy cause he looked at me wrong. Yeah, let's go get some donuts now. Alright, and here's the big news that I felt like we should get into is the Xbox rollback. Basically, there's two different things that have happened. The big was the Xbox One Connect free now. And Nick, I'd already told you what was happening with Brandon's little, habit. His little, his junky habit. Oh God, they made it $400. Now I'm going to buy one. You fuckers. Damn yous! They did come out and say the people who did buy the one with Connect, you're not getting $100. So, they had I don't know, it's pretty sad that we live in today's age that they actually have to tell people, yeah, we're not giving your money back. You have the Connect. This one just not going to have it. Alright? It's not that hard. You have something that these people won't. But I didn't want one. But you still bought it. So shut up. Go sell it. See if you get $100. Yeah. So I'm happy about that. They've been getting their lunch ate out by PS4 and they're really trying to get some sales. And I say, yes, I want these companies to fight, Nick. You know why? Because it makes me happy. I want to see them go after each other like, because the more they go after each other, the better deals we get as customers.
And the better they try to make each
console.
Yeah.
Oh, you think about it. You think about the bad PR this thing got when it first was released.
And how much they changed.
Oh yeah, and how much, because it was going to be like, you must have the Kinect always on. You had to be online all the time. You had to do these, daily updates. You had to, all this shit. And then, once they saw how PS4 was like, yeah, it's going to be a PS3 with better graphics and such, everyone's like, yeah! Xbox was like, shit. We're fucked. And then they rolled back everything. They're basically back to what, Xbox 360 with better graphics now. That's exactly what they are now. So, I say, cool, because that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, Nick.
Once they actually be able to, have it, backwards compatible.
They're in talks about doing that. Whether or not they're going to do it, we don't know.
Yeah, both companies are in talks about it.
Well, Sony's doing the different thing where they're doing a streaming service. While Microsoft's saying like, no, we're just going to emulate it. So they're doing two different takes. I think Microsoft's a little bit better with it, with just emulating it instead of trying to go off some servers. But what else? They have their other big announcement saying you don't need to have gold anymore to use Netflix and HBO Go and all that. And that brings me to a question, sir, because you don't have a PlayStation at all. You do use your gold to view Netflix. Are you going to cancel your subscription?
What? I don't use my gold to view Netflix.
You don't?
No.
How do you, okay.
I just use my laptop.
Oh, okay. So, wow, I thought you still had gold this entire time.
I do.
Oh, okay.
I just use my...
Alright, let me put it this way. Now that you don't have to, are you not going to keep gold?
Well, I don't know. They come out with good deals on games sometimes.
Sometimes.
You see Mortal Kombat for $2, like, I can't turn that down.
Very true. I mean, well, that's what, they both companies have been doing that lately, and it's kind of nice, honestly. Like I say, that's still them trying to fight for our affection, which I love it. And we're the pretty girl at the prom. The two big guys are trying to fight over. Yeah, so it's just kind of like, I dig that. I'm still probably not going to watch Netflix on my goddamn Xbox anyways, because it's just, I don't know why.
See, I don't watch it on my Xbox because the 360 is loud as shit.
Oh, my 360 is quieter. But yours is a little bit older to my knowledge, so. I do it on the Sony PlayStation just because it's just more convenient and it's a little bit quicker, to be honest with you. It's just a little bit quicker. I would actually go back to 360 if they brought back that party view.
That was awesome.
That was the best thing for Netflix, was that party view. And they also had to put in there saying though that the Xbox One, how they're gonna get on with the games with gold in June as well, so you get free games if you have gold and all that, and that's cool. But they're gonna take a note out of Sony's book of saying, well, once you lose your gold, if you cancel your subscription, your games are no longer playable. And that's something, I think I've even failed to tell people about that, because I've been, I praise Sony's PlayStation Plus all the time. I mean, we've been kind of showing a lot of it on our site lately, because we don't really have many games coming out right now. And I have to reiterate, if I didn't pay for that PlayStation Plus, if I canceled or whatnot, I couldn't play any of those games. They'd be like, this guy wants to play, no, you don't get to play those games.
Well, it's kind of like the Xbox. If you have, download stuff on there, well, not so much anymore, but back in the day, if you weren't connected to the internet, you couldn't play it.
Oh, really?
Even Fable 2, the DLC I had, back when those first came out.
Oh, yeah?
When I wasn't connected to the internet, it wouldn't even let me load that kind of
Seriously?
stuff. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, I do see that with certain games, and that's kind of wow, that's kind
indie
of
games even, like, I made a game with zombies in it. Great game for anyone who's never played it.
It's a buck.
Yeah.
So.
Not connected to the internet, can't play that game.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that. Huh. I have a problem with Xbox with one thing I bought, with their movie service that they did, and I actually, back when I was, naive, I bought a couple movies off there. One of them being The Losers. Well, somehow them and, I forget who published The Losers, or not published, but produced The Losers, they kind of got in a tiff with them, and they took it off the marketplace. They didn't give me my money back or anything. They just took it away and I couldn't view my movie anymore.
You don't have it on your computer? Well...
No, I have the disc now, but yeah.
I'm just because, I bought Zombieland on my Xbox, and it's on my computer.
Is it on your computer? Did they take Zombieland off?
No.
Oh, see, that's why you still have it. They actually took off The Losers.
But for me, it's probably because, I have that Zune software.
You do have that Zune. Yeah, I think it's cute when I got this new laptop. Zune was not a thing. When I had my old laptop, Zune was all over the place. And then this new one's just Zune? No, we just have the media player. We don't want to really deal with Zune. Anyways, that is all our news. Let's see what time we're at by now. We might be going a little bit long. Yeah, we might go a little bit longer today for once.
We went off on a huge tangent.
Oh yeah, well, a few of them. Alright, so Nick, I'm gonna fill you in on what we were talking about last week. Someone asked us, Jason I think it was, asked us what our preferred console is. Oh yeah, no, he was debating if he was gonna buy a PS4 or Xbox One. And we kind of had a whole discussion about it, and basically this is Jack Crispy Jack there. His response to us saying, because I asked the people out there, the people who listen, what console do they prefer? And Jack says, PS3. I was never a fan of Xbox games. I played most 360 games, Gears, Halo, most. I've played.
That's not a game there, Sherlock.
What?
Most.
No.
That's just the most I've played.
The most, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, most. That was a comma there, and I put that comma in there. I was not saying, and most, no, it was
that comma in there made it sound like you were listing more.
No, well, you put a comma in there, so I'm reading exactly.
Not after the most.
No, whatever. I played on the 360 was, Ghost Recon Future Soldier, which, I had fun with. And so I'm getting a PS4 because the exclusive Naughty Dog and that good stuff. And Star Wars Battlefront! Or, actually I should say, Star Wars Battlefront! I need a fucking release date. This game can't fail. Actually, it could. If they, made it first person. Honestly, that would be a failure for me with that game, Nick.
What?
They made it first person. I would fucking...
they'll probably do what they did in the other games and just have it be able to switch back and forth.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to play a Battlefront game in first person?
Yeah, I prefer to play it in first person.
Really? Oh god, I fucking hated it. It was such ass. I play in third person because, I like seeing my little stormtrooper run around killing Ewoks the whole time.
See, I played in third person sometimes, especially play as the droid army, get the fucking, rolling dudes.
Oh, droidicas.
Yeah, just yes, I am a god!
I would get my ass kicked with those things, because I'd roll, and then I used to play with friends all the time, and they'd all of a sudden be like, oh, there you are, da-da-da-da, and by the time I try to get unrolled and get my shields up, I'm dead.
Yeah, or a Super Droid.
Or a Super Droid, yeah, those, I love those games, and I agree, that is probably the only Star Wars property, as of right now, since they canceled the Darth Maul one, and the Boba Fett one, and all that shit, that I'm actually excited for. They canceled Force Unleashed 3, so I'm like, well, we got Star Wars Battlefront.
It's okay. It's okay that they canceled Force Unleashed 3 because 2 wasn't very. 2 was okay.
I still want closure.
See, 1 had.
Actually, honestly, 1 was the closure because they ended that whole story arc. They're like, yes, he's dead. This happened.
Yeah, if you just ignore 2, then there's closure.
Yeah, exactly. If you never play 2 ever again and ignore the whole Force Jedi clones, then everything makes sense and it has closure. Actually, it makes sense because that honestly. If I'm not mistaken, Nick, we talked a lot about Star Wars today, but the Emperor has the most roundabout ways of doing things. In the whole prequels, I'm just gonna create 2 different armies, just so I could have one empire. I was like, well, why didn't you just have the droid army? You almost defeated the Jedi. Just took over the Senate and be like, you're up mine now, bitch. Instead of trying to do this whole, like, no, I need to have the clone army and do this and then back around again.
He really overthinks. He overanalyzes everything.
He does. Even in Force Unleashed, he's like, no, now we gotta create an assassin to find all the Jedi, but then create the Rebel Alliance, and then we have to have him destroy the Rebel Alliance and then killing him as well. Like, why don't you just find the rebels and kill them? No. That's the same reason why I don't tell Anakin he has kids. Wait, what? Yeah. Otherwise, I'm a PS3 guy for the most part too. I like PlayStation more for the most part. I for a long time I was an Xbox guy. I never played the PS3 until I actually got my hands on one. I was like, this is actually kind of fun. I mean, it brought me back to the days because, I don't know, you knew this a little bit about me then, Nick. I started becoming a little bit of achievement whore.
Yeah.
I started when my gamer score is like 87,000 right now, I think that, I got a little carry, out of hand there. And then when I started switching over to PlayStation, I was like, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck about trophies. And then I just start playing games for games. Not for, not like one of our friends who has like over 100,000, I think. No, he's actually below me now.
I'm catching up to him though.
Oh, you're catching up to him?
I'm at 60 now.
Nice. We're nerds. Nerds. I know, I was like, yeah, we're nerds. I have so many friends on that list, on my friends list that have 5,000.
And this is us.
I know, us.
Pentuple digits, quintuple digits.
Yes! I was like, yes, give me my I'm actually almost to 90,000. But.
See, even me, it's gotten to the point where even achievements, I don't care anymore.
Oh, I have my notifications turned off, Nick. I don't care. The only reason why I know mine's up to 87,000 is because when I'm turning on my Xbox to play something on there, it scans by. I'm like, oh, I'm up there now. Huh. Yeah, I actually prefer PlayStation. I like the controls a little bit better. PS4, Jack, I recommend getting it. Even though we just talked about the Xbox One getting a price change, the PS4 seems still more people friendly, just for the most part. It has the games coming out for it that I'm more interested in because I don't give a fuck about Halo. I don't really give a fuck about Gears anymore. They burned that bridge with me as well.
Because Judgment was terrible.
Judgment was fucking dog shit, dude.
3 wasn't all that great.
3 was alright. They had to do their Phantom Menace ending. Like, well, how do we end this? Just Phantom Menace style. Just fuck it. Yeah. So,
when in doubt, Phantom Menace.
Kind of, yeah. I'm talking about you two Avengers. Spoiling everything!
Okay.
It's all old.
If they haven't seen that movie by now, they never will.
What, Phantom Menace or Avengers?
Avengers.
Okay. But honestly, if they never saw Phantom Menace, they won't know what we're talking about anyway, so.
This is true.
So hopefully, yeah. Anyways, and then he also says, I played Halo against friends in school and all the time, and I just I like a little bit in South Park where they're all playing, I think it's WoW, sir, not W-A-Day. Not WA. I mean, unless you're like Whiners of Warcraft or something. Whiners at Warcraft. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's World of Warcraft, my good man. I have to throw my little correction out there. Yes. I actually used to play Halo a lot, as you know.
Yes, I do know. You were a Halo whore.
I was. I was about till Reach, I would say. I played a lot of Halo till about Reach, and I liked Reach. It was actually Halo 4. I stopped giving a shit after Reach because I was like, yeah, and I played Halo 4 and I'm like, no, I'm done. You guys, you were clearly just taking the Halo teat and you're just trying to get every last bit of game out of it. And yeah, you never answered this question there, Nick. I mean, you kind of already know, but say if they, now that they're the same price, Xbox One, PS4, you're still getting PS4. Just why? Just explain to the good people why.
Seems better. The controller's better.
You've actually had your hands on both, so you can actually
because the Xbox One, it's so big.
Is it big?
It's like it's like the 360 controller. Little wider. And all this shit up here. And the bumpers are weird because you can only push them from the very end.
That's weird.
Because, most people like to put their whole finger on the bumper.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
People don't like to do that. They like to push them this way.
Yeah. I always love how controller they had to refine the controller for whatever reason. Both companies decided they had to. Like, my biggest, weirdest thing that I have with both companies, apparently starts just plug it. You have to have options and share with PS4 or random symbol and other random symbol with Xbox.
Which, they do the same thing as start and select.
I figured as much, yeah.
And sometimes you push that button and it'll, like, you know, do a picture-in-picture thing.
Oh yeah, the new button for select now, Nick, on the PS4 is the touchpad.
Yeah.
That's select now. Because that's exactly what it does anymore. Half the games don't even use it anymore because they're just, you know, which I don't care. It's just like, you know, fine, I have a big middle button to press instead of a side button. And I almost have pressed shared a couple times trying to, you know, find my map. But yeah, you know, with the new consoles, we've talked about it in the extent. Just get, you know, just get what what you like. I mean, that's just,
you know, I already said I was getting a PS4, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna hold you to it. Like, Nick, you gotta get a PS4 now.
See, unlike you, I don't have a compulsion or disorder.
Compulsion, fucking just mix the two. Compulsion disorder of trying to get.
You have a compulsion disorder.
Well, Nick, if I get the Xbox One, I almost have all the consoles.
See?
It's just like if I do it, then I have it, and then I can actually play Rise and Dead Rising 3 and any other exclusives. I can use my Xbox One as my exclusive thing. For, oh, an Xbox One exclusive came out. I can play it instead of like, oh, that was kind of cool. Oh, well. You know, who knows? Also, you know, I have to say one more thing. I don't know if you're being sarcastic with that one Jack Crispy saying you guys deserve every view you get. It's like, he's trying to be like, yeah, you guys deserve every view you get. Or if you're like trying to say like, no, you guys need more views. Like a little reiteration with that.
Or not, just don't.
Or just
Ignore
don't.
him.
Or, you know, leave me in these shambles of being like, would it be good or bad?
God, you're like a heroin addict on withdrawal.
And also,
So, the last part of that kind of got a little cut out. You know, that's what happens when we don't pay attention. So, anyways, I just want to say, if you please send us some, you know, some good stuff to talk about. Yeah, this is Brandon here. I just want you guys to, you know, get the word out there. I want to get us, you know, the podcast, we had the most fun doing it. And I just love to get us, you know, get more out there. Send us something to talk about. I don't care what it is. So anything you want us to talk about, just send it in there. If you want us, you know, to address something personally, please go to Facebook because none of us can basically respond on YouTube because they don't look and I can't. So that is everybody. I hope you guys had a great time listening. Thank you again. You know, thanks again, guys.